this time, we'll consider motion to approve the minutes from both November 17th and December 8th.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. At this time, we'll go to item 3 and consider the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to place the following items on consent. Item 4 on page, okay, it's not page, page 1, item 5 on page 2, then skip all the way to page 4, item 10, page 5, items 11 and 12, page 6, item 13, page 7, item 15, page 8, items 16 and 17, page 9, item 18, page 10, items 21 and 22, page 11, item 23, page 12, items 24, 25, and 26. And then item 28 on page 13. So those items are items 4, 5, 10, 10 through 13, 15 through 18, 21 through 26, and 28.
A couple things, I think one on item 16, there is an amendment.
Yes. Yes, item 16, we would like to amend that with $2,500 coming from District 6, from that GL account number is 001000426.542-001 in the amount of $2,500, which would be bringing a total amount to $12,500 for item number 16.
Okay. All right, thank you. That item can go on consent with that update. One other adjustment. Item 11, we'll leave that off consent, and so we'll let her speak to that item.
You said she wasn't what?
She's in town, and we'll let her
Okay.
speak to 11, so.
Okay, perfect.
All the other items are good.
Second the motion for the items to be considered for consent.
All right, that motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. All right. So our first item would be item 6.
Item 6, OCA opioid funds, neighborhood revitalization. An ordinance to amend neighborhood revitalization fund for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026 by appropriating $36,636.13 to the Office of City Attorney for neighborhood revitalization. Funding source is settlement funds from opiate litigation submitted by Nicole King, City Attorney, Department Office of the City Attorney. Extension 2369, recommended funding source 103, GA code 000478070, miscellaneous revenue, special revenue designation.
Move the item.
Second.
Chief Mitchell,
Yes,
you have
sir.
anyone to speak to this item?
Yeah, so this is just an opioid settlement that we received from Kroger. So we just recognize the settlement agreement that we received from the opioid litigation.
All right, do we have any questions?
I just have one question. This is a new settlement. This
Yes.
is just money that's coming in from
Yes.
additional.
Yeah, it's in that
resource.
same pot that we received from those other grocery stores or other people that sell opioids. So this is just one of this smaller ones out of the bigger ones that we got.
All right, thank you. No other questions?
Forgot to make a motion in the first place. All right, do we have a motion on the item?
Yes, we had a motion and a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the ayes have it. Let's go ahead and move to item 7.
Item 7, Park and Recreation National Fitness Campaign Grant Match. An ordinance to amend the general fund budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026 by transferring $436,000 from finance grants match and appropriate $436,000 to non-departmental transfer to Fund 036 grants match and amend the grants match fund budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026 by appropriating $436,000 to Park and Recreation National Fitness Campaign Grant to deliver outdoor wellness infrastructure to help communities stay active and change health outcomes. Resolution number 1998-25, submitted by Shanae Edens Bennett, Director, Department Park and Recreation, extension 8671, recommended funding source 001 General Fund, GL code 001-00080.536.040 and 036 Grant Match Fund 083.490-001.
Move the item.
Second.
Yeah.
Chief?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, so a couple months back, we asked the council for permission to apply for a grant that would help our park and rec in certain parts establish a little area called a fitness center, just a little playground equipment where people can work out. And so what's before the council, we did receive that grant, and we want to just put the application of the matching funds with that project so we can go ahead and implement the project. So we do have Ms. Shanae Edens Bennett here to answer any questions related to the grant, the implementation of the grant.
Yes, Counselor?
And it may be for Director Eddings, but which recreation centers will this,
The parks.
which parks?
Yeah.
And do we have a particular vendor? Because I know when we go to the NLC conferences, a lot of times we see a lot of vendors. I think we did this past time we were in Salt Lake City.
Ms. Stitt may be able to answer the, question for us, the vendor.
Okay.
But you want to know the parks that they're going
Yes,
into? It'd be Norwood, W.C. Patton, and Eastlake.
And we're using the National Fitness Campaign, so they are sole source for this, equipment. They're gonna deliver the equipment to us, which they already have, and then we will use their contractors to lay the concrete, to assemble the, fitness equipment, and then there'll be a ribbon cut, and all this should be done, if weather permitting, by May.
Okay, is it similar to the equipment that's at Railroad Park?
Yes.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Thank you.
Thank you. I do have a question. Thank you so much. Glad to see that this particular grant is coming our way. If I remember when you first told us when you were going for the grant, could you give me just some thought on the rationale? Is it something particular that makes these 3 parks sort of suitable for this type of equipment, and what's going on in that area that will make this a suitable
The
spot?
National Fitness Campaign, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The National Fitness Campaign, they have their own criteria. So they selected these parks based on the visibility, the activity, and the connectedness. So walkability, activity from the pedestrians, cyclists, the open space. They had this whole criteria that they used, and they ranked our parks, and these were the 3 highest ranked parks.
Very good. I do get some, and just for you, Ms. Ennis, I have received some feedback from residents in our smaller parks, let's say like Tarpley City or Gracilla Heights. Those particular parks, would they be in the sort of running for this type of equipment? Or again, it's walkability, visibility, and those type things. So I was just wondering, are there any things we can do to sort of increase the number of parks that we may be able to try to get these funds for on the next go-round?
Now, they did, we can coordinate a meeting. They did say that they were open and wanted to partner with Birmingham. We could just see how maybe we can utilize, or what we can do for the smaller parks.
Okay.
Using, their campaign.
All right, thank you.
What ask, Chief?
Yeah.
You know, is this associated anyway with the Blue Cross Blue Shield, partnership?
It is, okay, it is.
Okay. So does this offset some of the funding we allocated or add to it?
No, I think that's a different program that you may be talking about. This, I think the one that you're associated with was actually like fitness type activities. This is actually equipment.
This was, the Blue Cross thing was like, they build out like a platform, like they're putting one at Huffman High School. There's one in like Homewood where they have like different outdoor workout equipment and fitness things.
Yes,
It's
this is
the
a
same.
partner.
Okay.
Blue Cross is a partnership with this National Fitness Campaign. And they did show us others where they had done it in Center Point and some other places in the area.
Okay. Okay. I think we're good with this. I would be interested in knowing whether this adds to the amount allocated or if that offsets some of that money.
No, what's before, it's just the actual grant match of the actual grant. So if you're talking about adding more to,
No.
to expansion,
No. So probably maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, there was a allocation associated with the, it sounds like the same type of project and equipment. I want to say it was the same parks and so.
This, I think you're talking about this grant, and what we're doing now is just transferring the money out of grant match, park and rec, so we can complete the requirements of the grant, so we can build out those fitness.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to clarify, because the last item was, I want to say 910,000, and so.
yeah,
is this a portion of this?
we'll have to look at that one because I think this grant had a match of 20% or 25%. What was this was pretty high. This might have been
Yeah,
50-50.
This one was higher than that. It wasn't, $10,000 was not
Yeah.
in.
No, I'm saying 910,000, that's what I'm saying. But I'm good with
So
this,
that's
I just
this
want to know.
Yeah.
We had up to 900,000 because it was combining
3 parks.
Three different
all
parks.
three. So it's averaging around $300-some thousand per park, per assembly.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
what you're saying is you got 436,000 to put towards?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes.
it's gonna
This is
offset.
just our portion, and then the actual company has the other portion that we receive from the grant. So that combines together. So I think if we pull this resolution number, you'll see it'll probably be up to like $900-something thousand,
Right.
with our portion being part of that.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I wanted to clarify that, so thank you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody good? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes. Item 8.
FIF Holdings LLC. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a loan agreement between the City of Birmingham and FIF Holdings LLC for a community development block grant economic development 5-year forgivable loan for facade improvement, under which FIF Holdings LLC will undertake a project to improve the building facade of the building located at 312 18th Street North, Birmingham, Alabama, 35203. The loan amount will be $50,000 and 0 cents and is provided pursuant to Amendment Number 772. No payments will be required if FIF Holdings LLC complies with the loan agreement by retaining ownership of the property, paying all taxes due on the property in full, maintaining property insurance on the property, maintaining the facade in good condition, and occupying the property. Submitted by Corey Stallworth, Department Community Development, extension 2309, recommended funding source, CD 081GR 0022060 004005, CDBG financial year 2025, 50th year, economic development, CD facade improvement program, geocode 081013.536001, and 081013 05700 05704.536001.
Move the item.
Chief? Mr. Stallworth.
Hello. Corey Stallworth, serving as Senior Deputy Director of Community Development. And before you is just a summary of what we're presenting today. We have two facade agreements that we're recommending. The first one is FIF Holdings, who is seeking to redo the space located at 312 18th Street North into commercial space opportunity. This is in with our target area for the facade improvement grant, where we want to be able to bring a lot of blighted property or vacant property back on the tax rolls. And so this program is to be able to support small businesses that may not be able to get a lot of the larger lines of credit, or just to enhance and incentivize folks to be able to enhance buildings within our commercial corridors. And so you can see on the handout, the improvements will include a lot of the facade, which are the windows, painting, brickworks, and things of that nature. Also, the requirement for the grant recipient is they have to provide a 20% match, as well as they have to commit to a full-time employment opportunity for every $30,000 that is borrowed. And so this partner is committing to 1.5 positions there for this development. And to date, they do have an interested party in placing their offices there. So there is some interest in this building already. So I'll entertain any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Well, I did have one question. I did notice that the business name was not listed, Retail Corporate. So they're still trying to get occupancy in the building, or this would help them to build the business out?
Yes, this will help them to build it out, and so this would be a suite that can accommodate multiple businesses inside of this building. And so each business will have their own name that I'm sure will be placed on the front of the structure somewhere.
And do we know the nature of these businesses, or is that something we could ask?
So we can bring up Mr. Adam Snyder, who can talk more about the businesses that he's been recruiting and seeking to target.
Thank you, committee. Yes, we fortunately had a meeting today with a retail business looking to put, as she described it, her own Bed Bath & Beyond in the space. So candles, fragrances, beauty supply, so different areas. So we just had an initial conversation. She's been talking with our real estate agent. So hopefully that can all work out and we can accommodate her needs. So I know we spoke before last committee session. This space was formerly Birmingham Hardware. It has not been occupied since the 80s. So we're very hopeful to bring someone back to the space and have foot traffic on the street and help revitalize the area.
Well, thank you. I do hope the business has an opportunity to get that occupancy, and that this is one of the reasons that we have this type of loan or process that we utilize these funds for. I'm just excited to think something of that nature is going to be within the downtown framework. And I know I love the Summit and different places within the city, but it would be great to have something like this within the downtown area. So thank you.
All right, yeah, thank you, Ms. Starworth. I'm a big fan of this program itself. I think we, definitely need to find ways to use it more. Let me ask this, is this still in part funded through some of the proceeds of our property sales?
No, that's the RISE program.
Yes.
Okay,
This is CDBG funded.
Yes.
okay. Do we know, what is our total availability for this? Do we have a set earmark associated?
For this program, and so
Right.
we've been allocating close to $500,000 a year out of our CDBG program. So mind you, that fund also supports our housing development, our unsheltered individual programs, and so we allocated close to $500,000 to this program on an annual basis, and we're working through about 10 applicants that applied last year. These two applicants were at the forefront. They applied first, so we have quite a few that hopefully will be coming across your desk soon.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I like this program. I think it's a good way to improve the aesthetics of the city, while working hand in hand with the business community. So, like I said, we'd love to see more of these coming through. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes. We will move on to item 9.
Item 9, Iron City Bar and Lounge LLC. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a loan agreement between the City of Birmingham and Iron City Bar and Lounge LLC for a community development block grant economic development 5-year forgivable loan for facade improvement, under which Iron City Bar and Lounge LLC will undertake a project to improve the building facade of the building located at 4120 3rd Avenue South, Birmingham, Alabama, 35222. The loan amount will be $41,699.69 and is provided pursuant to amendment number 772. No payments will be required if Iron City Bar and Lounge LLC complies with the loan agreement by paying all taxes and other indebtedness due to the property in full, maintaining property insurance on the property, maintaining the facade in good condition, and occupying the property. Submitted by Corey Stallworth, Department Community Development, extension 2309, recommended funding source, CD 081GR 022 060 004 005, CDBG, FY 2025, 50th year, economic development, CD Facade Improvement Program, GL code 081013.536.001 and 081013.05704.536.001.
Move the item.
Second.
Mr. Stallworth.
Yes. So this applicant goes by the name, the business name is Iron City Bar, but the location is the Desire Lounge that may sound familiar to some of you. And so we're recommending an agreement with this partner that will help enhance their facade. As you can see there, the rendering is a little bit dark, but this will help to enhance the awning of the facility, exterior paint, gutters, and improve the signage. And I believe also helping with the patio that's to the side of the development there. They are also committing to hiring 1.5 employees at the lounge to support a wide variety of events they have there. Not only events in the evening, but also programming that the owner is starting to have during the day. And so that is a brief summary. Any questions?
Questions?
Yes, just one. What is the 1.5 job? Like, what are they doing? What are the type of jobs that will be created?
Yes, so I don't want to misspeak, so I'm going to bring up the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Bensley, to talk about those positions.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
The job situation is where we're helping other people sorry. The job situations where we're helping other people who's struggling on other ends and finding positions and bring them in and helping them expand their businesses as well as regular employees who's bartenders, waitresses, and all that. But I'm also bringing in outside people who can build their brands and get other employees working their events and stuff with us too as well.
Okay, so like a event planner, promoter, organizer.
Mhm.
Okay. And you guys don't have the restaurant part anymore, is that
We
correct?
we never had the restaurant. We just
What
had the
I think
food
that-
truck. Amper Sandwich is next door to us. We share the same bathroom.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
do have a question.
Go right ahead.
Thank you very much. I am also delighted to see this particular business have an opportunity to be a part of this program. I just want to be sure that residents are aware, you all are in the Avondale, are you in the entertainment district?
Entertainment district, yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Chief, what do we do to assist companies if, I know from what I understand, this business complies with noise ordinances and, are good neighbors. Is there anything that the city can do to help a business like this if, sometimes community partners are not working with them or the neighbors?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of work in hand with the business owners and especially the ones around the area that have outdoor noise or that they may get complaints from apartments or other neighbors. So we try to get them to comply with the noise ordinance that stops at around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But, you know, we do have officers in our business compliance that would drive around and just say, hey, you may want to cut this down a little bit because we're getting complaints, so we can be a good neighbor to everybody. So we do try to make sure they comply with the.
Well, I feel this business does comply. I guess what I'm saying on the other end, how do we be sure that people don't impede a business like this
Yeah.
with feeling that, do we give some understanding to the residents that live there that they do work within noise ordinances and that we have a system to ensure compliance?
Yeah, so we get the same complaints, just not from let's just say everybody, just to keep it equal. So we do try to be very cautious about who reaches out to us, and no matter who the business is, but we do want to make sure that we have everybody on the same level.
Okay, because I do want to say, I feel, again, I'm very excited for this investment. I want to see your business grow. I know that, from what I know, you're a good community partner, and so I'm excited to see you all have this opportunity. So thank you for bringing your business there and putting it there and giving this avenue an outlet for residents.
May I ask a question? Who is the Avondale district, you know? I can't.
Say that again.
Are you over the Avondale district now?
Who's the
Who's
counselor?
Yeah, district.
It should be
should be-
Josh.
Counselor
No,
Vasa.
Council Vasa.
Council Vasa?
No, it's a Quinn.
I think it
so?
changed. I think it's Counselor Vasa now.
I think with redistricting.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what part of Avondale, maybe.
We'll find.
'Cause this one's close near
Okay.
Avondale Brewery.
So it's a reason.
We'll-
We need some help with someone that's.
41st.
Close to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
That's definitely District 3.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. So it is District 3, Councilor Vasa.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, just reiterate it. I'm a fan of this program. I think it definitely gives a boost to business owners that are already operating. And I think hopefully, it turns into just allowing y'all to do more business in that footprint. At this time, we'll go ahead and take the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes. We will move to item 11.
Item 11, Alabama Sports Festival Foundation, Inc. A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute and deliver an agreement with Alabama Sports Festival Foundation, Inc., ASF, under which ASF will host the Alabama State Games in the city of Birmingham from June 12th to June 14th, 2026 at the BJCC, publicize the Alabama State Games through major media outlets in an effort to attract visitors to the city of Birmingham, recognize the city as a sponsor for the Alabama State Games, and publicize the city's commercial amenities such as restaurants, hotels, and retail, etc., for the convenience of the fans and others attending the Alabama State Games for a term of 1 year and for an amount not to exceed $50,000. Submitted by Chaz Mitchell, Department Mayor's Office, extension 2144, funding source 001-409-640-96417.550005, general funds, boards and agencies youth programs, Alabama Sports Festival, annual contributions, youth programs.
Move the item.
Second. Chief.
Yeah. Sure.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, go ahead. I'll let you talk about it first.
My name is Laura Creelbird. I'm the Executive Director of the Alabama State Games. And the Alabama State Games is Alabama's Olympics, if you will. So we were established in 1982 at the request of the United States Olympic Committee. And every year since then, we have been putting on games, many of those years in Birmingham, and we look to be in Birmingham 2026, and that's what we're planning for. And the money is used to put on those games. In 2025, we had 4,200 athletes competing in 25 sports, and this year we are planning for 29 sports. In 2025, we had 17 states that were represented by different participants that came in, and we have participants from the Birmingham and Jefferson County area and all over the state, in addition to those outside state participants. We have, for the 3-day weekend, around $1.5 million economic impact.
All right, thank you. Any questions? Okay, well, one, like I said, I'm really appreciate the event and the way y'all put it on. I think it's a very impactful opportunity for young people in Birmingham, but, you know, as you kind of stated, kids come from all over the state and region and further. So, but I decided to be able to keep that in Birmingham for another year, and hopefully we can, you know, talk about the year after that. So at this time, we'll go ahead and take the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes.
Thank
Very
you.
much. Item 14.
Item 14, RPG Birmingham LLC. A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a loan credit agreement utilizing the Birmingham Business Development the Birmingham Business Development Program between the city and RPG Birmingham LLC in the principal amount of $2 million. Under the proposed agreement, RPG will undertake a project to construct, renovate, and rebrand the tower at Uptown, formerly known as Birmingham Board of Education Service Center, located at 2300 Abraham Woods Jr. Boulevard, Birmingham, Alabama. The tower at Uptown will provide residential housing, retail, and commercial uses in a unique mixed-use setting. Submitted by Coriate Hauser, Director, Department, Innovation of Economic Opportunity, extension 2907. Recommended funding source 001 00000000.131018 0000000.0000000.0000000. Economic Development Stimulus Loans, RPG.
Move the item.
Second.
Good afternoon, Ireneo Johnson. I serve as Project Manager, Department of Innovation and Economic Opportunity. The item before you this afternoon is a request for the Birmingham Business Development Loan in the amount of $2 million. This loan will go towards the project at Uptown and the former Board of Education building. The Birmingham Business Development Loan is a loan that's a revolving loan out of the IEO budget. It's a revolving loan. And in this instance, we're asking that the committee also amend it to $2 million because it's normally a $1 million agreement. The loan is secured by irrevocable letter of credit, which has been furnished by RPG. This project will be a mixed-use project, phase 1, that will have retail and commercial use. I have Mr. Riddle here to, if you have any questions regarding the project, and we're requesting that the BBDL is approved.
Any question, or would y'all like to hear from Mr. Riddle first?
I'd like to hear from him first, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Riddle, if you could come and just talk a little bit about what you plan to do at the site.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. Jeff Riddle, RPG Birmingham. The site in question is steps away, 2300 at Abraham Woods Jr. Drive. And we are proposing to take the large building, which is about 50,000 square feet, and make it part of a holistic development, including urgent care, co-working space. Across, we have a school where we'll have after-school programming tied to our empowerment center, as well as offices for professionals and the like. In the rear, there's an out parcel that's right across the quote-unquote alley from the dog park. So we're in negotiations with a doggy grooming facility to come and occupy the space. And then interior, we have other salon suites. And then on the side closest to Chasers, I believe, we will put out parcels there for T-Mobile, retail, a corner grocer, and the like. And we've engaged Jamad Hollis with Sterling as our broker. We'll have a community-wide information session on Thursday, February 5th at the Uptown Jazz Facility for those persons to come and learn more about the project.
All right, well, y'all got a question at all? I'll go ahead and ask, one, are you developing this complete block? Or
Yes, sir,
this
I am.
Okay, so you're gonna be doing demo, or you're gonna renovate any of it?
We're doing both.
Okay.
We're taking out some of the more dilapidated structures, but we'll build new facilities there. And then those that have already passed code from structures near, we'll rehab those. So it'll be a combination of both.
Okay. How many different tenants will occupy this space?
It's a good question. Well, if you look, you probably have about 20 different tenants ranging from traditional housing occupants. You'll have a ghost kitchen, the event space, Uptown Fitness, Rosie's Restaurant, law office, co-working space, CPA office, the Empowerment Center, the mini grocer, the sports bar and grill. So you have a laundry list of different tenants because of the size of the project.
Okay.
And when you look at during construction, we'll probably employ about 130 people during construction, but permanently, probably about 63 will be permanently employed throughout the business on the site.
And this is 100% commercial?
Yes, sir, it is. And I believe it's part of the Uptown Entertainment District, correct?
Is it? Does that district extend to the, Abraham Woods?
It doesn't extend, but I think you can, it's a way to amend the actual entertainment zone to that if you get permission from all the other people.
Do we want to do that? Is that the intent?
That would be up to the developer. Because he would have to get permission from all the other, mostly BJCC to ask permission to extend the zone.
And you're talking about the entertainment district is what you're talking about, extended, or you're
Yeah, that's
talking
not a
about-
prerequisite to our request, but based on its proximity, that could be another conversation post-construction, but that's not part of this project right now at this stage.
Can you talk a little bit about your timetable?
Sure. We're ready to go post haste. We've already started making applications for permits to work on the out parcels first and work our way inland, which means that we have the cash flow being generated as the construction moves inward, if you will. So starting 23rd Street at the out parcel building close to the dog park, coming into the out parcel building right at Reverend Abraham Woods, then jumping over to the corner buildings on 24th Street. And at the same time, your MEP, or I'm sorry, your mechanical, electrical, and plumbing crews are still working internal with your wiring, plumbing, and HVAC, so that way those services are being tied at the same time. So all in all, we're looking at about a 12-month turnaround for this project with these out parcel buildings.
Okay, so you're talking about 12 months on the buildings that you're going to save?
Correct.
And then-
Another 18 months on the new construction, sir.
I think, Madam President, I had a question.
You have a question?
I do,
Go ahead.
yes. Thank you very much. Just wanted to get some additional questions. So what we are approving today then would be $2 million to sort of jumpstart the project or to be an investment in the project.
Yes, that's correct.
And then your 12-month timetable, when I look at your rendering on page 3 of the packet that you provided, and it has your project executive summary, I just wanted to get some ideas. You've got the main building, and that is going to be used for mixed-use commercial. So is this the first phase, or these are the existing buildings that you're going to build out, or is that going to cause some demo or, doing something with those structures? Or are you talking about going into those?
Good question.
existing
We're going interior. The exterior will be more of a facade
Okay.
because luckily the buildings were built to last. They're all brick, stucco, cinder block, and the like. So those buildings are structurally sound, and we got letters from engineering to say the buildings are structurally sound. So those buildings would not be demolished at all. When you look at the site, there's a lot of open land, which allows us to build and not have to go underground from an infrastructure standpoint. So if you look off the alley, you really drive into the first level of a parking deck or retail space, which saves a lot of money. And then you do layers like Legos. So what's there now will not be removed. So what you see now as you drive by, and I think you saw your pictures, you see the existing and the proposed. So those buildings will not be touched.
Okay. And then you said 12 months to start, and then you have another 18 months?
That's a continuum. So
Okay.
the 18 months is your max out time, but everything is started at the same time. Because as we're going forth with the renovations on the exterior existing buildings, you're also doing your pre-development on the new construction buildings. So it's not 12 plus 18.
Okay.
It's a continuum with a total of 18 months from start to finish of everything.
Perfect. And I do like the fact that the mix of tenants that you're looking at. You said Uptown Fitness, so you have a fitness,
Yes, ma'am.
restaurant, some co-working spaces,
Correct.
law office, and those type things, and empowerment center. Okay. And then you build in further, that gives the grocery store and the other phases, or do you have people now that are?
We're in negotiations right now because on the corner, there's, again, the corner closest to Chasers is my point of reference. That's a very unique corner, and that area is considered a basically food desert. So you will be well suited as we finalize our connection or negotiations with a neighborhood grocer that will provide quality food options, but not a Publix or Kroger or large scale. And also you got the hotels behind us and folk are looking for to grab something quickly. So that's what our intent is there at that corner location.
Okay. And just one thing to Chief.
Yes, ma'am.
Chief, this is in such close proximity to Councilor O'Quinn's district where we got the $50 million grant. What is it, Choice?
Yeah.
Does that money?
Choice
that-
Neighborhood.
No,
is
this,
any of
that, no, this is, it's not in that footprint.
Okay.
So this is, if, he had a point of reference between Chasers and right where the Jefferson County
Yeah.
Jail is.
Yes,
That's the location.
what we're
It's in
talking about.
between
Okay.
those two properties.
Yep, exactly.
thank you. Now I understand where you are. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm finished, thank you.
Just a couple of questions. I know Madam President lists off the type of businesses you're looking to put in there, but how many businesses can you fit in that building? Or what's your goal?
Our goal, and I'm using my cheat sheet here,
It's okay.
our goal is 16 different businesses.
Okay,
That's our goal, 16 different businesses plus the residential component.
okay. And I'm sorry, I probably missed it. How many residential units are you planning to build?
You'll have 150 new, but on the loft side with the existing top floor, you have another 20 to 25 there. It's based on the square footage. If you look at that large 50,000 square foot building, it's a lot of open space, so the proximity gives us a good basis for lofts there.
Okay. And what's the total cost of the project? How much will it cost to complete this?
Soup to nuts is right at $28 million.
8 million. Okay. And I guess what sources of income or how are you packaging this 28 million?
Well, I have $6 million in equity fused in. And then we're asked, this body and this city, for the 2 million stimulus, which we've guaranteed with an irrevocable letter of credit. So the bank has collateralized another 3 million of my assets to sign off and guarantee this 2 million. And then the other monies will come from my traditional funding sources with the bank.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so a couple more questions on the finance side. This is structured as a loan, 24-month term. And then we've got this, the letter of credit you referenced that, let's see, I think that goes through, so we have a end date associated with that letter, listed. And so,
And as you all know, the way the letter of credit works, in the event of my inability to perform, the bank guarantees the city's $2 million, so it's collateralized.
It's an impact.
And it has a maturity date on that piece of 24 months.
so do we have the actual agreement, loan agreement that we would be?
So the actual agreement is between, Mr. Riddle and the bank, using our good faith and credit to have that loan guaranteed to the seller in case he defaults. So that's our agreement, that's before the council. So I think what you're asking for is something that.
Wait a minute,
Listen.
so, wait. Okay, so where's the 2 million coming from? That city?
So it's coming from the bank.
Okay,
He's just using the city's credit as a
I
way
got
to
you.
acquire the loan.
I got you.
So the loan is guaranteed based off of, as he said, it's the stuff that he collateralized and then the city to back it in case whenever he defaults. So nobody defaults. Let me correct that, because all parties have to agree if it defaults. So that's between the bank, the city, and Mr. Riddle.
And the irrevocable letter is the instrument that secures the collateral
Yeah.
for the $2 million. So the city's at no risk for the loan itself.
Correct.
Yeah, I just want to understand mechanics, and so the letter from the bank has an end date on it. How does that coincide with the city's responsibility? Does our,
And 30 days prior to the expiration date, the city will contact the bank, the lender, and make them aware that we want to cash in that letter of credit. And it gives them 30 days to have that letter of credit ready so that once we cash it in, the funds are made available.
No, I'm saying on the back end. So basically, at the end of the expiration of the actual letter of credit.
Mhm.
And so, what happens after that time period?
The city then cashes in the irrevocable letter of credit to cover the $2 million that the city put up to cover the loan.
Okay, so that converts to just a private.
No, it goes back to the revolving fund itself.
So that's what I want clarity on. Where's the 2 million? Is it coming from the bank or is it coming from?
It's coming
our-
from the revolving loan
Right.
fund itself.
Okay, that's what.
It's $5 million in a fund that we have up to loan. So once it exhausts the 5 million, the money comes back at the end of each term. So it's the revolving fund that's been in place for 35, 40 years.
I got you. Okay, so that's what I said. We're providing the funds. The bank is providing the backup.
Correct.
so the interest kicks in effectively day one.
Correct. Or at the time of the close.
Right. Okay. Any more questions? Good. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes. We'll go to full council. And we will move to item 19.
Item 19,
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry. We're gonna ask for that item to be withdrawn.
Deal. All right, item 20.
Item 20, Aldott Norwood Streetscape. A resolution authorizing the mayor to accept and submit grant documents for the federal STPBH and CMAQ funds provided by Aldott to support streetscape improvements in the Norwood neighborhood. The project encompasses enhancements along 12th Avenue North from 24th Street North to 31st Street North. The agreement is between the state of Alabama, acting by and through Aldott, and the city of Birmingham, with the city contributing $540,778.25 toward the project. Submitted by Adrian Stitt, Department Grants, Extension 2434, recommended funding source, DCP 102, CP 003999001.
Second.
Chief?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman. So this has been approved by the council before, so I can bring up, capital projects and BDOT if they just wanna discuss the scope of the project. I think that's maybe the reason why it was taken off consent.
I would just say, talk about why it's back before us.
Okay. I'll bring up Mr. Alan Walker, Deputy Director of Capital Projects.
Good afternoon, council. My name is Alan Walker. I serve as Deputy Director, Capital Projects. Happy to answer any questions regarding the scope. Essentially, this is a project we're standing up a new funding source for a streetscape project. It'll be new paving, striping, landscaping, and sidewalks through the area of limits that were just highlighted.
Okay, yeah, I guess my question is, are you changing the funding source? Is that why it's back?
No, we're adding to the project, because I think the scope changed. Was that the case? So we're just adding more money to the grant.
Okay. Any questions? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
That item passes.
Thank you.
27.
Item 27, electronic filing ordinance. An ordinance to require mandatory electronic filing and payments of business tax returns and license renewals. Submitted by Yolanda Lawson, Department OCA, Extension 2369. Recommended funding source, not applicable.
Second.
Bring up the mayor. The other mayor.
Mayor, please come forward, Mayor.
Good evening, Yolanda Lawson, Office of the City Attorney. This ordinance is an effort to streamline the tax remittance process. It will allow our taxpayers to remit all of their payments electronically versus coming into the city of Birmingham or mailing in. So they will still have the option to come into the city of Birmingham. However, we're trying to convert everyone to online filing only. And that's the same methodology that the state of Alabama currently uses. And it will assist with staffing as well as accuracy and processing times.
Any questions? I guess, so this will be something effective in March 1?
Sir?
So it looks like it's gonna be effective March 1. Talk about that notification process and what that looks like.
Yes, sir. We're going to work with the Office of Public Information to make sure that we complete signage, complete a mailing notice, to make sure everyone has their account information, make sure everyone is aware of the dates. There will not be any penalty associated with that March 1st date. The effort is to make sure that we can start the conversion process then and get everyone adapted to filing online. And the goal is by July 1, the next fiscal year, July 1, that everyone would then be, the option would be to file online or come in person.
Okay. Talk about the waiver process.
The waiver process would be if there's a situation where a person does not have the option to file online, but the ultimate goal with the finance department is to, in the tax and license division, is to actually establish a kiosk situation in the lobby. So even though they may not have a computer at home, or they may not be familiar with the process of filing by going to the library perhaps, or have someone to assist them, then they will have the kiosk option. But I do not have a time frame for that, but that's the ultimate goal.
Okay. But you're saying, I guess, between now and July 1, people can still come in if they have paper?
Yes, sir. They can still come in. We would not turn anyone away from making their payments. It's just an effort to assist with accuracy, streamlining the process, and the speed of the processes being returned.
Okay.
Returns being processed, excuse me.
Yeah. No, I think that would be helpful. I think, Chief, do we have any indication on like what the rollout of the public information process is? Because I think that could be interpreted.
Well, we have already spoken with the Office of Public Information to preliminarily discuss what that rollout may look like, but we already have a mail service that sends out notifications for the renewals. So we have someone that has a database of all of our taxpayers currently, and it would just be a matter of providing them the information electronically for them to do another mail out or rollout of mailings or mailing notifications to our taxpayers. And I think we could get that down to a postcard size and provide them with the information that they needed, and that would be the most economical way for the city.
Okay. So.
And I'll kind of chime in on this too, because, some people are not very familiar with our electronic online filing. Like, we won't turn anybody away.
No.
We want to collect our money too. This is just helping improve a little bit of efficiency of what we have with our new system with HDL. So that's all the kind of the reason to align with what the state is doing.
No, I think it's a thing we definitely need to move towards. I just want to make sure we communicate it.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I said,
Yeah, we wouldn't do this in a silo. Like, we will over-communicate this process.
Okay. Because I believe this is on the agenda tomorrow, right?
And we will still have staff here that will be available to assist any taxpayer with training, education. So we will not just convert and leave taxpayers wondering.
Okay. So when they put the camera in Madam President's face tomorrow, she can say we're going to send a mailer and.
I think they'll be asking you, sir. President Finance Chair.
Okay. But yeah, if there's if you could send me, I guess, a short email on what the public information piece looks like. Just, I'm hearing mailer, I'm hearing.
We will use all forms of media contact. I was just letting you know that puts something in the taxpayer's hands with the mailer, and then also we can distribute information by paper when, individuals come into City Hall to pay taxes. But those are going to be the the immediate forms of communication that we would have to actually put something in the taxpayers' hands.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, that item passes. All right, any unfinished business? Any new business? Guess we might be ready for a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That item passes. The